Hey everyone, it's Enderman103 coming to you with episode 4 in our 1941 strategy series, and I'm just going to set these up real quick. I forgot to put the British pieces back on the board from the previous episode. But here we are in episode 4, and we're still on Germany, still on the topic of the German options, and last video we did the German kill Russia first strategy. Well, this time we're going to be doing the kill Britain first strategy. And it is much more difficult to do this strategy because you're going to lose a lot of units in the process. Now, if you go with kill Britain first, kill England first, you're going to be losing stuff because of the attacks that I'm going to be showing you. But the thing is, if you go with kill Britain first, Russia has the opportunity to attack you because you want some land units on the front, on the west front, okay? So Russia is going to have the opportunity to take some land, but don't be afraid because you will kill Britain eventually. It will get done, okay? So purchases, instead of the 2 infantry and tank from the last video, they're going to be 2 infantry and a submarine. Now this is a submarine, but this game, it's so small, it comes with so few pieces. We used all the submarines in the setup, so hopefully one dies, maybe, yeah, maybe, and we can put one up. But if not, it'll just be represented, and you guys know that it's a submarine. But we're using a destroyer, so we have the exact same attacks as the previous video minus Archangel. All of these sea battles, I should say, are going to be the exact same. So we're going to take our submarine and destroyer and put them into Sea Zone 14, I believe this is, off of Gibraltar, to attack the carrier and fighter. And we're going to have this sub from Sea Zone 9 along with the sub and battleship from Sea Zone 5 to attack their battleship and sub in Sea Zone 8. And instead of the fighter from Western Europe supporting this attack in Sea Zone 14, we're going to have the fighter from Southern Europe go 1, 2, 3 to help that attack. So that fighter has 1 movement left, so it'll be landing in North Africa. Speaking of Africa, this attack is going to be risky, but it must be done if you want to do a kill Britain first attack. So we're going to board 2 infantry on this transport in Sea Zone 16, move them to 17, and offload them into Egypt. And that'll be supported by the tank from North Africa. So we'll have 2 infantry and a tank against their 2 infantry and a tank. They will have a slight advantage, and we do not need to take this territory. The point is, we're going to weaken them so we can retreat and have troops left. The point is to protect this fighter so that it can survive and, you know, perform shenanigans later on. Alright, now this is probably one of the most important battles, or the most important of these attacks, and that is the Battle of Britain. You're going to be taking the fighter from East or Western Europe, my bad, 1, 2, and the fighter from, I'm sorry, you can't take that fighter, the bomber from Germany, 1, 2, 3. Now your goal here is to take out their air force, as much of it as you can. You have to take out their air force in order to have any hope of landing amphibiously. Now, in the future rounds of the game, you're going to be building transports so you can actually land in Britain. You won't be doing it on round 1 because you want to spend all your money. But in the future, you will be doing that. Okay, you'll be building transports and building them here along with other ships so that you can land troops in Britain. I believe that is not everything. I lied. So this fighter does have a purpose. I forgot about this. So the fighter in Germany can go 1 into Southern Europe, 2 into 17, and 3 into Anglo Egypt, Sudan. So that fighter will also have to land in North Africa, and that will give us greater odds there. I did forget completely about that, because it couldn't land in Great Britain. I don't know why I was trying to land it in Great Britain. And that is everything except for we're going to take an infantry from Eastern Europe. We're going to march it into Karelia to grab that free buck. And again, moving out of Karelia for Russia is a common move. If they don't, you don't have to take that money since you're not focusing on Russia. But we want to do damage where we can. So we're going to take that buck for free. We're going to leave the 2 guys in Norway, just so they're there to defend it against the Americans later and against the Brits now if they do decide to land. Alright, so that's all of our attacks. I'm going to chip this out and I'll roll the dice and I'll show you guys how it goes. Alright guys, so we did have a certain extent of success. We won gloriously our battles in the sea and in Egypt. So look here in Egypt. We actually had no losses in Egypt, which is ridiculous, but that was the tale nonetheless. And up here in the sea battles, we lost a submarine in Season 8, and in Season 14 we lost a destroyer. Okay, so in Britain, we did lose a fighter, and we got no hits on the first round. They killed a fighter, so we decided to retreat, because we're not going to lose that bomber to just take out the infantry. But it is worth a shot. I have gotten to the point, I have done an attack to where they lose either the infantry and a fighter, an infantry or bomber, and it's worth it. It's worth losing both your planes to kill the infantry in one of their planes, 100%. At least every time I have played, it's been worth it. So, in this battle here, I didn't tip the battleship again. I took a sub because it doesn't matter. But in Kill Britain First, ships are going to be more important than planes. In terms of them, you're going to want to kill their ships more than you want to kill their planes, because their planes are going to be defending on land mainly more than they're going to be defending the sea. So we'll go ahead and do non-combat moves. So this fighter in Season 14 lands in North Africa, along with the fighter in Egypt, also lands in North Africa. The bomber in United Kingdom will land back in Germany. Okay. Then on the Russian front, we just want to make a big front, basically. We just want to make a huge stack of guys. So we send all 4 of our tanks into West Russia, along with the 3 guys from Eastern Europe. And we're going to send 1 infantry from Ukraine up there as well. So that gives us a total of 7 infantry and 4 tanks in Eastern Europe. You could send, I don't know what else you could send. You could send this tank that way if you wanted to. But I like leaving some stuff on this front to be able to send into Britain later. Okay? So what I would recommend is sending 2 of these infantry over. Not all 3, again, because I like having units over here. But 2 of those infantry over to support later in the defense. And then we have place units. So we'll place 2 infantry there in Germany, along with a submarine in Sea Zone 5. And we took how much money? We took $1 from Great Britain. So we go up to 15. Sorry, that's wrong. I didn't move it from the last video. So we go up to 13, and then we took $1 from Russia. So we go up to 14. So $14 is going to be enough to buy 2 infantry and a transport next turn, which is absolutely perfect. Okay, so that is Germany's Kill Britain First strategy. Again, for Britain's turn, like Russia's defensive strategy is what we're using as the setup for them, basically for Germany's turn. We'll be using the Kill Russia First strategy setup for Germany for Britain's turn for the rest of the game, because that is what they more commonly do. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoy. Again, if you have any criticism or comments that you have, let me know. Obviously, I make mistakes too because I am human. But if you see any tweaks that could be made to make this strategy better, go ahead and let me know in the comments. Thank you guys for sticking around. I hope you're enjoying the series so far. We're about halfway done. I will see you in the next episode. This is Enderman 103 saying peace out.